mindfulness and relaxation session. We are going to, we're going to focus on quite a bit of movement of the body today, but like last week, we're going to do a nice balance. So we're going to focus on being still. We're going to focus on using the body to move through it. So mindful movement of the body. So we're really going to focus on how we're moving our body. And then obviously we're going to do some lovely relaxation as well at the end, because I think that worked quite nicely last week. Oh good, we've got some thumbs up, awesome. I'm just going to open the chat box for those of you that are live, and for anyone that is watching this on the YouTube video channel. You guys can obviously converse with people that you're with, and if you're not with anybody, then I always advise to have just a journal, like a notepad and pen, or a journal, or just some way of being able to log or communicate what you're experiencing, because I think it's great if you're able to experience these things, but we will have little pauses throughout where you can just make note, share vocally, or write down, or maybe just say out loud to yourself if you want to just say it out loud to yourself. I think there's some value in doing that. So before we get going, just make sure that the space around us is clear and safe for us to practice in. So we want to make sure that we haven't got any trip hazards, or we're not likely to knock anything over. And yeah, we just really need maybe a yoga mat on the floor. I'm on my mat here today. Or maybe you want to sit on the couch, or you want to just sit on a comfy cushion. Whatever you feel like doing is absolutely fine. Okay, so by now, I think we've all been doing this for a few weeks now. So presumably if you're joining us today on the YouTube, then you've been joining us on the previous weeks as well. If you haven't, maybe it's a good idea to go back to those ones, the first few weeks, so that you understand what we're doing in this week now. And obviously the people that are live with us, I think you guys have been with me every week since the beginning, pretty much. So that's great. Okay, we shall begin. All right. So we're going to start off, we're going to start off just with that breath connection, a bit of a body scan and a mindful minute, and we might move on to thinking about what our internal weather is. Maybe we'll just do the seated body scan and breath work first of all, just to get us into a nice, calm, present state. Okay, so sitting nice and comfortably on the surface that you're on, whatever that may be. And I'm going to invite you to close your eyes, and if you want to open them at any point, feel free to do so. And just relax your arms into your lap, however you feel comfortable. And we're just going to start by connecting with the breath. In through the nose, and just breathing out through the mouth or the nose, whatever suits you. In through the nose, and breathing out. And just start to become aware of your breath. Any thoughts that are floating around your mind, which inevitably they always do, just acknowledge them. Notice what they are, and just return back to your breath. Trying to lengthen the breath, so just making the breath a little bit longer with each in-breath, and a little bit longer with each out-breath. Placing your tongue behind your top teeth, so you want to put the tongue on the roof of your mouth, just behind your top teeth. And just allow the muscles in your face to relax. You should feel your jawline relaxing down. Maybe see at the top of your breath, if you can just hold your breath for a second or two. And then release the air out. And once all the air is released out, maybe see if you can hold your breath for a second or two at the bottom of your breath. So once you've released all the air, see if you can hold your breath for a second or two, and then breathe back in again. Just noticing that moment of stillness, of peace, that moment at the top of your breath and that moment at the bottom of your breath. And just holding it no more than a couple of seconds, but just noticing the calm, quiet peacefulness in those silences, in those pauses. And we're going to focus now on the temperature of the breath. So notice maybe it's cool as you breathe in. And as your body warms up all that air, notice it's warm as you breathe out. Unless, of course, you're in a really, really hot climate. Maybe the temperature's warm as you breathe in. Maybe slightly cooler as you breathe out. Just notice what your breath, the temperature of your breath is doing. Finally, we're going to focus on the rise and fall of our breath. So how does your body respond to your breath? And I always like to put one hand on my stomach and one hand on my chest and really breathe into my hands and notice how my body responds, how my body moves with my breath. And maybe you've become aware of your hands on your body, maybe on your skin or on your clothes. And just becoming aware of that sensation. How does it feel with your hands on your body? Does it feel calm, comforting? Maybe you feel uncomfortable, maybe you don't like it. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to feel, just acknowledging those sensations. And then we place our arms back down or our hands back down in our laps. And when you're ready, opening your eyes. Good. Okay, just circling the shoulders a little bit. Good. Getting a bit of movement into the body. Maybe taking your hands behind your back, interlocking, and just having a little stretch. Yeah, stretch up. Maybe to the sides. That's it. Lovely. And if you want to uncross or shake out your legs a bit, then you can do that too. All right, lovely. So it's a really easy way of just centering yourself, of just calming whatever's going on, whether you're feeling really excited or you're feeling a bit scared or anxious, or you're just not sure how you're feeling and you just want to have a few moments just to sit back, connect with the breath. And then sometimes these things in the moment, we don't necessarily benefit from them, but afterwards, I'm not sure of those of you that have been doing these sessions with me, how you're feeling afterwards. Because I notice that when I practice these sessions, when I go to classes that other people lead, and I'm a student in those classes, sometimes in the moment I find it really difficult to take in what that person's saying, or I feel like I'm not concentrating enough, or I feel like I'm a bit fidgety, and then afterwards, that's when I notice the benefits of it. And then each time I practice meditation or mindfulness or movement of my body, I find it gets a little bit easier each time I do it. So well done those of you that are sticking with it. So that's going to lead us, thumbs up. That's going to lead us on to our internal weather. So we're going to check in. Now we've centered ourselves, we've calmed ourselves, we've connected with our breath. We're going to now check in with our internal weather. So if your thoughts, feelings, emotions, all your insides had a weather system, what would the weather be like for you in this moment? And not necessarily what the weather's like outside today, although sometimes it can be quite reflective of that. But what's it feeling like for you today? And maybe you can communicate how you're actually feeling. Maybe you're not feeling so good today, or maybe you're feeling great, full of the joys, happy. Maybe you're feeling super calm or whatever. But how can we explain that in terms of weather? And it can be sometimes quite difficult to do. Sometimes we just go with it. So let's see what happens today. We're going to close our eyes. and just take some breaths. And I can see some people are already starting to write in the chat box. That's great. We're gonna sit with this for a minute and talk ourselves through it. Well, I'm going to talk you through it, and you can talk internally. So let's connect with our breath, in through the nose and releasing out. Placing your tongue behind your top teeth and letting the muscles in your face relax. And I'm going to use my bowl to mark the start of about a minute where you're going to sit in silence and just ask yourself, what's the weather like for you today? Inside your mind, your feelings, your thoughts, your emotions. And maybe your mind will take you somewhere. Maybe you'll have a visual image in your head of where you are and what the weather's like. Or maybe it will just be a feeling. So I'm going to sound the bowl to mark the start of the minute, and I'll sound the bowl to mark the end of the minute. And we're just going to sit silently within that time while you focus. Starting to connect with your breath again and just moving the body if you haven't started to already. Lovely. Okay, if anyone wants to share what your internal weather was today, we've got a few more people joining us on the live feed. Hello, hello. Nice to see you, nice to have you with us. So I think you guys were here. If you want to just type in the box. Oh, we've got lots more. Hi. You guys want to type in the box what your internal weather is today. And if there's more than one of you involved today, you can discuss it with each other. I'll share with you what mine was. It was very, very rainy, but it was like that kind of rain that the weather's warm. So I was like walking somewhere. I was like walking through like hills, and it was really, really warm, but it was really, really rainy. So I could feel it was like almost like I was wearing this. Like it was so warm, I didn't need to wear lots of layers, and I was really wet, but I was very warm. That was what my internal weather was. Stormy, yes, stormy, still feeling stormy. Yeah, we've got some stormy weather today. Maybe we're picking up on the weather outside. I'm not sure what it's like where everybody else is. Thunder and lightning. So yeah, that might be reflective of your physical pain. Okay. Mainly sunny and happy weather inside. As you saw, 2 friends today for the first time since March. That's amazing. Oh, what a difference that makes, isn't it? Just, never take each other for granted. That's such a love. I'm so happy for you. Okay. Feel like I want to change the world and stop the bad things. It also feels like my weather is calm. Yeah, I feel that too. I hear what you're saying. To be honest with you, exercises like this are really good, especially in times like this where it's all very confusing and there's lots of people have lots of different opinions on things, and ultimately, you know, we all want to feel good, don't we? We all want to feel good, and we want everyone else to feel good. I think that's the message here, isn't it? So I think sometimes change has to start from with ourselves. So if we can be the best people that we can be and do things like this for ourselves to try and help ourselves, then hopefully that positivity and that light can radiate out to other people as well. So yeah, you're doing yourself a good service by being here today doing these exercises for your own well-being, and that's all we can really do, isn't it? We can make ourselves the best that we can be, and hopefully others can take heed from that. Who else have we got? Oh, we've got someone saying they're feeling really sunny and no clouds today. Yes, lovely. Well, you can please send some of that sunshine down here in London, because actually it's not too bad. It's, like I said, it's quite warm here today, and I am actually, after this, I'm going to go out for a walk. Whether it's dry or wet, I'm going to get out and go for a walk anyway. So maybe like my internal weather, that will come true. Who else have we got? Oh, we've got someone's calm and still. So I'm not saying people's names when we're sharing like this. So those of you that have typed, I think you'll know. So I'm not ignoring people's names. I'm just not sharing people's names on the live thing, because obviously this goes out to everybody. So I don't want to, don't want to give too much information. But brilliant. Well done, everyone. I'm just going to grab some water. Okay. So we focused on the breath, connecting with our breath. We focused on our internal weather, how we're feeling inside ourselves. And remember, the weather is always changing. So however you're feeling now, either appreciate it, or if you're not feeling so good, then know that it will pass, and that sunny days come, and that just like the weather, we're always constantly changing. So it's really about being present in the moment and just trying to accept what's happening. Okay, so we're going to focus on some movement of the body now. So we're all going to stand up. And if you're in a chair, then you're just going to sit up nice and straight, nice and tall. And we're going to do our mindful movement. Just going to move this out of the way, clear my space. Can you see me? Can you see me? There we go. Okay, lovely. So, let me just do this. One sec. There we go. Just put my light on. There we go. Okay, so standing nice and tall, or sitting nice and tall. There we go. We're going to do a little bit, as I talk you through this, we're going to do a little bit of free flow movement. We did this last week, and the feedback was that you guys really liked it. Sometimes you might feel a little bit self-conscious or a little bit silly, but if you close your eyes and go with it, it's really liberating and really freeing. So I want you to really give it your best shot, do what you feel comfortable with, and we'll see how we get on. But I'm going to talk you up and talk you into it. All right, so feet hip distance apart. Sitting or standing nice and tall, just shaking out the arms, shake everything out. Shake the arms nice and high. And shake them down. Shake the wrists, shake out the hands, and then shake out the legs. And just do little bounces. Don't have to jump, just rising to the toes a little bit, and just shake the arms out, and maybe make some noises. And just start to feel a little bit silly, but just releasing any tension that you've got going on. Good. Okay, glad we got that out of our systems. All right, so standing or sitting, nice and calmly now. And just closing our eyes, connecting with the breath. In through the nose and out through the mouth or the nose. Long breaths as you breathe in and slow breaths as you breathe out. Breathing into the very top, the crown of your head, almost like someone's lifting you up with each in-breath. And with each out-breath, softening your shoulders and focusing on the soles of your feet. Each in-breath, breathing in from the soles of your feet to the top of your head, all the way up to the sky. And breathing out, letting everything go. Down through the soles of your feet. And just keep that nice, even flow. Rising up with each in-breath and grounding down with each out-breath. And if you want to visualize the soles of your feet as roots, almost like you're the base of a tree, and you've got these roots really earthing you to the spot, and your head is the top of the tree, free and light, and the base of your legs and your feet are nice and strong and sturdy, really keeping you nice and safe, so that the top part of your body can just be free. And if you want to, feel free on the next in-breath to take the arms up above your head. And maybe gentle sway side to side, imagining that your arms and your fingers are leaves on the trees, and your head just gently swaying in the wind side to side. Maybe taking a little bit more movement forwards and backwards, maybe as that wind picks up a bit. Bending your knees if you need to, keeping the base of your tree really solid, so that the top of your tree can be nice and free. Lovely. And we're going to bend the knees, bring the neck down, and just gently roll down into a little ball. Bend those knees and hang down, releasing the head and the back. Lovely. We're going to place our left hand by our right foot, or even on the leg if you're feeling stiff. Keep the knees bent, and we're going to inhale, twist up to the ceiling. You can do this seated in your chair as well. So just twisting up towards the left. And then the other side, keep both knees bent, holding on to your right leg and twisting up to your right, and then back down again. This time, as we roll up, we're going to imagine that we are at the bottom of the sea or the bottom of a river, and we're going to be a river plant or a river reed. So we're going to breathe in and allow ourselves to just stand tall again. And this time, side to side. Yeah, you can hang down and sway as well. We're going to imagine that we are a river reed or a river plant, whatever you want to be, or a piece of seaweed, something very fluid. And the current starts to pick up, and we gently start to move. And maybe it takes us up high, and maybe it takes us down low. Our body moves freely, going with the pace of the water around us. Nice and fluid. And that current starts to slow down. But we're still upright. Gently swaying. A gentle current still moving, because that water is always moving. Just a little bit calmer now. Almost like it's still. And our body just gently responds lightly. Maybe there's a softness through your neck as we just gently move with that current. Lovely. Standing still now, or sitting still. Just taking some connected breaths. And just become mindful of your body. Any sensations you notice in your body. How does your body feel? How do you feel? Did you enjoy that experience? Did you not enjoy that experience? Asking yourself why. Why did you enjoy it? Or why didn't you enjoy it? And when you're ready, gently opening your eyes, and then we'll all come back together again. Feel free to share with the person in your room, or feel free to share in the chat box, or just keep it to yourself, maybe journal it. Just sharing your experience of becoming that lovely free tree or that river plant, just allowing the water and the wind to move your body, letting go of control, becoming free within our bodies. Did it feel quite liberating? Or was it difficult? Is it difficult to let go? Sometimes it's difficult to let go of control. Or maybe it was just what you needed and it felt really easy and nice. Felt like someone said, I felt like I was on a boat heading to Florida. Oh, lovely. Someone says they're feeling calmer. Yeah, I love doing that. Although every time I do it, just before I go to do it, I think, oh, is everyone that's doing it with me today going to think I'm mad, or are they going to go with it? Just for a second. And then the minute I start doing it, I don't care what anyone thinks. But every so often I'll just open my eyes and just think, are they still there? Have they gone? But you're all still there. Someone said, feeling calm like the ocean. Yeah. It felt quite freeing. I could feel myself trying to control it. So I was trying to let this go. Yeah, I completely identify with that. It's really difficult. It's almost like you want to tell your body where to go, but actually, if you were a sea plant, you wouldn't, would you? It would just be taken and moved. So yeah, it's like you have to just let go of that control. And you feel quite energized now. Yeah, nice. Nice one, guys. Well done. Really proud of you all for doing that. Thanks for joining in my my freeness. Never quite know how it's going to go down, but yeah. Oh, good. You're all still doing it. You're all still moving. Nice. All right, lovely. So let's take, well, how are we doing for time? Okay, great. Let's take some time now to focus on sound, because last week I used the bowl quite a bit for the start of the, what am I trying to say? Internal weather, that's what I'm trying to say. And at the end of the session last week, some of you that stayed with me, I gave a little sample of the singing bowl and the noises and the vibrations it makes. And the vibrations of the bowl have a direct link with our nervous system. It has a direct link with our endorphins and how we're feeling inside. It's all to do with the sound vibrations. And without really having to explain it, most of you that were here last week, in fact, every time I make a sound with the singing bowl, everyone's like, oh, can you do more? Because it's a really soothing, undescribable feeling. So I'm going to take some time now with the bowl. I'm going to make some sounds. You guys get yourself in a comfortable position, however you want to be, whether you want to be sitting up, whether you want to be in your chair and lying back in your chair, whether you want to be lying on the floor or just sat on the sofa. And we're going to spend a few minutes just listening to the sound of the bowl. And what sometimes happens, and this is actually called a sound bath. So I'm going to be bathing you in sound waves. And there are people that do these sessions with gongs and different instruments. And these sessions can go on for a good 45 minutes to an hour where you're just meditating on the sound. So I'm going to give you a little taster, a micro sound bath today. It will probably last a few minutes. We'll see how we get on. See how long you guys feel comfortable. And I just want you to go with it. Now, just to let you know that sometimes the sound can affect you in different ways. So it might make you feel really happy, it might make you feel sad, it might make you bring up all different types of emotions. But just know that you're in a safe place, you're all in your homes, everything is okay, and it's just me with the sound bowl. So really this is about you guys letting go and just allowing the sound vibrations to wash over your body. And more often than not, it's a very calming and pleasant experience. So just try and go with it, and then we can share our experiences afterwards with each other if you want to. So sitting or lying as comfortably as you can on the surface that you're on, ideally closing your eyes, and just allowing your arms just to fall into your lap or fall by your sides, just releasing any control over your body, placing your tongue behind your top teeth and allowing the muscles in your face just to relax, softening down through your jaw, through your shoulders and your arms. And any time you feel your mind wandering, just connecting back with the sounds that I create, or back with your breath. The temperature in, the temperature out, and the rise and fall of your breath. Connecting back with your breath, hearing the sound of the breath as you breathe in and the sound of your breath as you breathe out. Placing your hands on your stomach or your chest and feeling the rise and fall of your breath, making that connection back with your body. Noticing the rise and fall, filling your lungs up with air. And maybe just taking a moment to be grateful for your breath. To be grateful for the ability to feel or hear the sound vibrations around you. Whether they're informative or just healing, whether they're words, music, or just abstract sounds. Just taking a moment to be grateful for that ability. And when you're ready, placing your hands in your lap and just coming back to a seated position, opening your eyes, and just gently, calmly coming back together again. Well done, everyone. Good work. So if you want to take a moment just to get back into your bodies, and if you want to share, feel free to. I'd be interested to know if anyone's ever done it or been to a sound bath before. Has anyone ever experienced a sound bath before? You can nod your head or shake or just share in the comment box. No. I remember the first one that I went to, I was pretty, I didn't really know what to expect. And it went on for a lot longer than that. But yeah, I found it quite powerful. But let me know your thoughts. How did you feel through that? What effects did it have on your bodies, on your minds? Maybe nothing, and that's fine. Some people, nothing happens. Oh, good. My mum loves it. Oh, awesome. Oh, you love the sound. It makes him laugh. Yeah. I saw you laughing. I saw you enjoying it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. First off, when I heard the noise, my legs flinched, yeah. And then the second noise, my arm flinched, and then I felt great. Yeah. Sometimes our body does twitch and move to, yeah, some of you are nodding. Yeah, it does. It really does. The sound, especially the certain vibrations, can really resonate with certain parts of our body, and we have involuntary movements towards it. That's normal. I enjoyed it. My breathing changed with different sounds. Yep, that's a really common thing as well. Yeah, it can really affect the pace and the way that we breathe. I've never done a sound bath before. I like the sounds though. I could feel the sounds in my back. Whereabouts in your back? What part of your back could you feel them? Interesting. So I explained last week. Yeah, that's really interesting. Last week I explained that this bowl the note that it makes is C, the note C, the musical note C, which is linked. So all of these bowls are linked with notes, and they're linked with different chakras in our body, different parts of our body. And this one is the root chakra, which is actually based down here, nice and low down here. So the base of our spine. So it's interesting that you said that you felt it in your back. Yeah, they do. And I chose this one. Well, when I was looking for a bowl, I wanted to get a bowl for my sessions and for myself. And I came across this one because I like when I was listening to different notes, this one resonated with me the most. And this one is all about grounding. This one's all about earthing and grounding, feeling secure. You know, I'll happily share with you guys that in the past I've suffered from anxiety and sometimes feeling a sense of, you know, that feeling of feeling homesick sometimes when you just want to feel safe. So that was something that, even though I was perfectly safe, but sometimes you just get those feelings. So that's interesting that one resonated with me, because it's a real grounding and earthing one, a feeling of safety. So I like to use that one in all of my sessions with people. And you're not the first person to say that you felt something down low, especially in the lower back. Oh, so lovely. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed that and gave that a go. And if you liked it, then we can maybe incorporate this into our sessions each week, and we can just do a few minutes. You know, we don't have to make a whole thing of it. We can just do a little bit of good. I'm seeing some thumbs up. So a little bit of sound therapy, a little bit of a sound bath, just to let that wash over you and do whatever it needs to do. Lovely. Okay, well, we're going to finish up in a few minutes because we've done quite a bit today. We'll just do a little bit more movement, and then maybe I'll take you into one more relaxation meditation, something to focus on. Maybe we'll do like a goal setting one for you all, which would be quite nice, something a bit practical in your minds that you can think about. And okay, I'm just reading that message. 1 second. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, so let's all sit up nice and straight. We're going to do a little bit of release, hip release. We'll do some release through our body. So we can do this one seated. There we go. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall. I like to do this cross-legged. You guys can do it however you want to. You can have your legs out. Oh, my hamstrings are tight today. I won't be doing that. Legs out in front, or you can bend one knee and keep the other leg straight. It's entirely up to you. Move back a bit. There we go. All right. We're just going to release through the hips. Okay. So, placing our right hand to one side, we're going to inhale and sweep round. I want you guys to imagine you've got a ray of light shining out from the side of your body. We're going to exhale, come forwards, and inhale, come up. I'm very stiff today. We're going to inhale, excuse my sound effects. It's my body. It wants to do a lot, but sometimes it can't. There we go. Inhale up. All those years of skating. No, I'm joking. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale. There we go. So the minute we start moving, for me, all that stiffness just starts to go away. I'm not sure if you guys are feeling the same. And just gently swaying side to side. So again, what I'm doing, I'm verbalizing it to you all, but what I'm doing is I'm being mindful of my body. I'm acknowledging that my body is very stiff, but I'm also moving through it to my own ability. And I'm also verbalizing how the more I move and the more aware of my body I am, the more I can move through the stiffness. And now I'm no longer making funny sound effects. So you guys can do the same thing with anything that you're doing. I mean, for me, I'm feeling particularly stiff here, but you guys might find that it's struggle just to sit still or to do forward folds or anything. With your breathing, maybe you've got blocked noses. It's just about acknowledging how you are in the moment, working through it to your own ability, and keep checking in with yourself. So we're going to hold it over here this time. Reaching and twisting up. Do you keep checking in with yourself? Asking yourself, how am I? How am I doing? And we're going to release down. And maybe the answer's not always what you want. Maybe it's not always a good answer. But we can keep working through it. Leaning down and coming up the side. Reaching and holding it here. And the more honest we are with ourselves, the more, I guess, we get to be our own best friend. We get to understand ourselves a bit more and work through it. So we're going to come forwards. We're going to really open out this whole area. So we're going to bring our hands to the floor now. If you can bring your elbows down, then do. If you can relax your head, then do. If that feels super tight, then just listen to your body. So if you're sat in a chair, you can do exactly the same thing, just bringing your body forwards. And you don't have to come all the way. Go as low as you feel comfortable going. And you might feel this through the back of your thigh, your hamstrings. You might feel this through your glutes, or the outside of your bottom, or the outside of your thigh. Just breathing out into anywhere that feels tight. And then we're going to walk the hands back up. We're going to do the same thing the other way. We're going to inhale. And, oh, no, we're not. I just said the other way, but I didn't actually action it. We're going to uncross our legs and cross the legs the other way. That's what I meant to do. I said it, I just didn't do it. If your legs were straight, then you can just keep them straight or bend the opposite knee. So this is going to feel a little bit awkward. This is probably the way that you're not used to crossing your legs, but we're going to try and work through it, breathe it. So you might feel tight at this side. So excuse me if I make funny noises again. I'll try not to. So we inhale up and exhale forwards, coming up the other way. Exhale. Normally, if you're feeling stiff, you need to do this. So actually, this is needed exercise for me. And just really visualizing that ray of light shining from the outside of each side of your body. And let's hold it over here. Reach, twist under the arm. And then coming down, let's go the other side. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Reach with your fingers. Keep going. And then let's come forwards again. Just be mindful that it might be a little bit tighter this side. That's fine. Just like I said, checking in with yourself, being mindful of how your body is and working with what's going on. Breathing into any tight spots and breathing out, letting everything go. This might feel a little bit challenging this side. This might be your tighter side. It's definitely my tighter side. And then slowly walk the hands back up. And then straighten the legs and give them a wobble. Wobble them out. Yeah, you can flat them on the floor. You can hold the thigh. Just give them a nice wobble. Wobble out the calf. And do both sides. Remember last week, do you guys remember what self-massage does? Does anyone remember what self-touch does? What hormone or chemical it reacts in our body? Do you remember? Anyone remember what it's called? Begins with an O. Who remembers? Oh, I think Jenny and Helena might remember. Yeah, oxytocin. So that's what we're trying to increase in our body, which is the love hormone. It's like a feel-good hormone. So all of this self-touch, I mean, even if you're just brushing your arms like this, just noticing the sensation that gives. Something like this. Both arms, both hands on your arms, giving yourself, almost like you're giving yourself a little cuddle. Yeah, and what that does is that just increases those happy hormones in your body, the love hormone, oxytocin, that you get from cuddles and hugs and all those things. And it just works against anxiety and stress. So it's a good one to do. Give yourself a cuddle. All right, well done, guys. Lovely. So let's finish the session with, we'll do one more meditation. If you want to lie down, do you guys want to lie down? Feel free to if you want to. I don't think I'm going to have any arguments from anyone being asked to lie down. If you want to stay seated though, of course you may stay seated. Get comfy, get a pillow, get a bolster, get a blanket, whatever you want to do. Well done. I'm just going to move myself back so that I can get nice and comfy as well. Nice. Okay. Closing your eyes and allowing yourself to become as comfortable as you can be on the surface that you are on. And connecting with your breath. In through the nose and out through the mouth or the nose. And just placing your tongue behind your top teeth and allowing the muscles in the face to relax. With each out breath, feeling your body releasing down into your mat or down into your chair or your bed or the surface you're on, just allowing everything to melt down. Really allowing the surface that you're on to hold your body weight so that you don't have to. And as you breathe down into the floor or the bed or your chair, just feeling like your body is just melting away. Slowly drifting down onto that surface. With each in-breath, I want you to breathe in this ball of light energy. And it's going to come in from the tips of your toes and start to wash up through your body. This is a lovely white light. And this light represents energy, and it represents calmness, and it represents healing, and it represents love. And it's nice and warm and nice and bright. And it's going to wash through your body. And you're going to control this with your breath. So you're going to breathe in this light through your feet, up through your legs, through your knees and your thighs. Breathing in love and light and energy and peace and calmness and healing all the way through your legs, up into your hips, through your groin and your pelvis, round into your glutes, the base of your spine and round into your stomach. Feeling this light energy rushing through your body. This calm, light. It's going to send love and peace and healing all up your spine, all through your stomach, into your chest, into your lungs, your heart center, round into your rib cage, through your chest, energy all the way up over your shoulders. Visualizing this white light dancing down through your arms, down through your hands. Perhaps feeling a tingling as it moves through you. Calmness and light and love and peace and healing all through your body. Back up through your shoulders and into your neck. Round into your throat. Up through the back of your head and over your ears. Let this light wash through your face, your mouth, your lips, your tongue, your teeth, over your cheeks and your nose, over your eyes, softening your eyes up through to your temple and to the space between your eyes, your forehead. All the way up and over your head, and you're completely covered from head to toe with this lovely light energy full of love and light and warmth and peace and calm and healing. Just allowing your body to take on that light energy. Breathing it in from the tips of your toes, letting it wash all the way up to the top of your head. Letting it out from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. You're controlling this light energy with your breath now. Breathing it in through your toes to the top of your head and out through your head down to your toes. Like the wash of the waves, breathing the light in and out. In and out. And slowly bring your knees into your chest and give them a nice big hug. When you're ready, rolling onto your side and just coming back up to a seated position. And just coming back together again. Scoop myself over to you guys. Lovely. Well done, everyone. So when you're ready, thanks for the claps. When you're ready, coming back together, if anyone wants to share anything with the person in the room, or if you want to share anything in the chat box, feel free to. If you're joining us on the YouTube recording, it's been great sharing with you all. And a reminder that we are here every Wednesday from 4 o'clock till 5 o'clock live on the Zoom. So you're always welcome to join us live if you want to. But being on the recordings is just as good. So I'm going to finish up with everybody now. Those of you that are live with us, stay around and I can finish sharing with you guys. Those of you that are on the recording, see you all next week. Have a nice week, peaceful week, and yeah, be the best person that you can be. Lots of love.